Britney Spears exposes the truth about Justin Timberlake. We got to talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. You guys, first of all, I am so grateful and thankful that you are here. I'm so grateful and thankful that we are building our community every single day. It makes me so incredibly grateful. And if you are brand new, my whole vibe on my channel is like we're on a FaceTime call and I'm bothering you while you're at work or we're eating together or whatever it is. As long as I'm keeping you company, I'm doing good. So listen, I want you to grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button. Today, class, we are doing a reading from this very iconic book called Britney Spears, The Woman in Me. Now, we've been kind of flirting with the idea of reading. I'm just kind of taking some chapters and reading them very randomly picked, the chapters. I have to say, reading sometimes is a little bit intimidating for me because as somebody with dyslexia, sometimes the words kind of jump around. So I'm so grateful and thankful that you guys have been so sweet and are loving our reading together. And I was actually even thinking about, after we're done with Miss Britney, we can move on to another celebrity's memoir. What do you guys think about that? Maybe we can start a full-on, a book club. So let me know if you're interested in. But today, class, we are going to be talking about when Britney Spears, unfortunately, talked about a very sad time in her life when she had to have an abortion because Justin allegedly did not want to be a father. So this is, of course, coming from Britney's side. So this is, of course, I have to say legally it's alleged, but this is what Miss Britney Spears said. So let's lay back and relax and let's go through this.
Move on, yo. Yeah. This isn't the first time Britney's shown JT love. We had one of the world's biggest breakups 20 years ago, but hey, the man is a genius. Great song, JT. Technically, they broke up 18 years ago, but who's counting?
Oh, shut up.
Britney, if you're feeling nostalgic, we've got you covered.
Do it day in and day out.
You know what? We have fun. We love what we're doing, so it doesn't even feel like work, seriously. Yeah. I love what I do, so that's what matters.
Yeah? And Justin, how?
Yeah, I agree. We're lucky individuals to get to do something that we love to do. Not many people can say that. So, you're not going to see us complaining. We're having a good time.
Let's go party. Yeah.
We're having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get to do it a lot, so it's definitely good for her because she's been, this whole week kicking the album. So
I'm going to party hard, really hard.
I'm a funny-ass dude.
He's funny sometimes.
Do you laugh at all of his jokes?
Most of the time I do.
Most of the time. Because she's nice. She laughs.
Oh, he really is funny.
Groove on.
There were a couple of times during our relationship when I knew Justin had cheated on me, especially because I was so infatuated and so in love. I let it go, even though the tabloids seemed determined to rub my face in it. When NSYNC went to London in 2000, photographers caught him with one of the girls from All Saints in a car, but I never said anything. At the time, we'd only been together for a year. Another time we were in Vegas and one of my dancers who'd been hanging out with him told me he'd gestured toward a girl and said, "Yeah, man, I hit that last night." I don't know what to say who he was talking about because she's actually very I don't want to say who he's talking about because she's actually very popular and she's married with kids now. Oh my God, who do you think it is? Some people say it's Jessica Simpson, but I don't know. I don't want her to feel bad. My friend was shocked and believed Justin was only saying it because he was high and felt like bragging. There were rumors about him with various dancers and groupies. I let it all go, but clearly he'd slept around. It was one of those things where but you just don't say anything. I have been there, girl. Oh, I have been there. Because you don't want to have that conversation, right? You don't want to have that possibility of breaking up, right? Oh, girl, I feel you, honey. So I did it too. Not a lot, one time with Wade Robson. We were out one night and we went to a Spanish bar. We danced and danced. I made out with him that night. I was loyal to Justin for years, only had eyes for him, with that one exception, which I admitted to him. That night was chalked up to something that will happen when you're as young as we were. And Justin and I moved past it and stayed together. I thought we were going to be together forever. I hoped we would be. At one point when we were dating, I became pregnant with Justin's baby. It was a surprise, but for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much. I always wanted us to have a family together one day. This music has not.
You know what? I think that acting is, it's definitely a form of expression, creative expression, but...
I really enjoyed it. It's a step up, and it's a step in the right direction.
Thank you, baby.
And it's not overdone. Some people, when they try to make a change with their music, they try to, it's too drastic for people, but this is perfect.
This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated. Besides, what was done was done. So it seems to me that Britney wanted to keep the baby. But Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. I could understand. I mean, I kind of understood. If he didn't want to become a father, I didn't feel like I had much of a choice. I wouldn't want to push him into something he didn't want. Our relationship was too important to me. And so, I'm sure people will hate me for this, but I agreed not to have the baby. Abortion was something I never could have imagined choosing for myself, but given the circumstances, that is what we did. I don't know if that was the right decision. If it had been left up to me alone, I never would have done it. And yet Justin was so sure he didn't want to be a father. We also decided on something that in retrospect wound up being, in my view, wrong. And that was that I should not go to a doctor or to a hospital to have the abortion. It was important that no one find out about the pregnancy or the abortion, which meant doing everything at home. We didn't even tell my family. The only person who knew besides Justin and me was Felicia, her longtime assistant, who was always on hand to help me. I was told it might hurt a little bit, but you'll be fine. On the appointment day, with only Felicia and Justin there, I took the little pills. Soon I started having excruciating cramps. I went into the bathroom and stayed there for hours, lying on the floor, sobbing and screaming. They should have numbed me up with something, I thought. I wanted some kind of anesthesia. I wanted to go to the doctor. I was scared. I lay there wondering if I was going to die. When I tell you it was painful, I can't begin to describe it. The pain was unbelievable. I went down to the ground on my knees holding the toilet. For a long time, I couldn't move. Till this day, it's one of the most agonizing things I have ever experienced in my life. Still, they didn't take me to the hospital. Justin came into the bathroom and lay on the floor with me. At some point, he thought maybe music would help, so he got his guitar and he lay there with me, strumming it. Girl, you are such a fuckboy. Sit down. I kept crying and sobbing until it was all over. It took hours. I don't remember how it ended, but I do. 20 years later, remember the pain and the fear. After that, I was messed up for a while, especially because I still did love Justin so much. It was insane how much I loved him, and for me, it was unfortunate. I should have seen the breakup coming, but I didn't. When Justin began making his first solo album, Justified, he started being very standoffish with me. I think that was because he decided to use me as ammunition for his record.
Ask another question.
I don't think that'll be the case, but,
Okay.
I remember when we decided that we were going to go our separate ways.
Yeah.
We sat down and I said to her, if there's ever a moment where you ever need me, you can rest assured that I will be there because I love you as a person and I will always love you. But I also said, look, no matter what we say at this point, people are going to speculate things and I could really get myself in a horrible position if I was to say something and somebody misinterpret it, because that happens all the time. And I promised to her that I wouldn't say specifically why we broke up.
And so it made it awkward for him to be around me, staring at him with all that affection and devotion. Ultimately, he ended our relationship by text message while I was on set for the video for the Overprotective remix by Dark Child. After seeing the message, I sat in my trailer between takes. I had to go back out and dance. That video is probably one of the most iconic videos ever, the Overprotective remix. I mean, the limo running out of the hotel room, she looked better than ever. And I have to say, Britney, like, you being able to finish that freaking video is absolutely insane to me, because I don't think 90% of people would have been able to, especially the way you did it, girl. For as much as Justin hurt me, there was a huge foundation of love. And when he left me, I was devastated. When I say devastated, I mean I could barely speak for months. Whenever anyone asked me about him, all I could do was cry. I don't know if I was clinically in shock, but it felt that way. Everyone who knew me thought something was wrong with me, really wrong. I went back home to Kentwood and couldn't talk to my family or friends. I barely left the house. I was that messed up. I lay in my bed and stared at the ceiling. Justin flew out to Louisiana to visit me. He brought me a long letter he'd written and framed it. I still have it under my bed, and at the end it said, "It makes me want to cry to think about it. I can't breathe without you." Those are the last words in it. Reading that, I thought, damn, he's a good writer, because that's exactly how I felt. It almost felt like I was suffocating, like I couldn't breathe after all that had happened. The thing is, though, even after I saw him and read the letter, I didn't come out of the trance. He did all that. He came there to see me, and I still couldn't talk to him or to anybody. Let me tell you something, best friend. This person right here, she's freaking strong. First of all, breaks up with her via text. She's on a music video, okay? And this is coming from the heels of probably one of the most painful things she's ever gone through, which was a at-home abortion. She couldn't go to a doctor. She couldn't see anyone. She was scared out of her mind. And the fact that she survived all of that is so crazy to me. And the reason I'm going through this, I highly, first of all, encourage you guys so much to please go and buy this book. Read it, hear it on your the audiobooks, whatever it is. Please go out and purchase it, because I'm only reading like, a chapter here and there, but this book is filled with so much understanding of Britney Spears, and I think that is why it's so important for people to see it, because I want people to understand her a little bit more. So I highly recommend this book. It is so crazy to me, everything Britney Spears went through. And if you really think about it, a lot of people believe that he broke up with her because she cheated. But according to Britney, they were okay. In fact, they were so okay, she ended up getting pregnant. You know what I mean? So even after she made out with Wade, after knowing that Justin allegedly cheated on her, they were still together. They decided to, be okay about it. So it seems to me like she loved him above all things. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Please go and purchase this book. It is so amazing. And if you're enjoying these, what is it called? Like reading videos, let me know in the comments. And which celebrity do you want me to take on next? I was thinking about the Jessica Simpson memoir. Is so freaking good. So if you want me to do that one, or which one do you guys recommend? And we could go through it, The idea is for you guys to buy it, but we could go through it, spill tea, talk about it, little book club. So anyways, love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah. Bye.